Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood part number RM851 BPC. This is a black powder-coated floor doorstop is what it is. That's what it looks like right from the factory. Okay. The RM, I've never been actually told it stands for Rockwood Manufacturing, but I believe that it does. RM represents a series of hardware that is primarily door pulls, but does feature some door stops, some coat hooks in a variety of sizes and shapes. And this door stop is part of the RM series, which is basically a 100-page catalog, of which 95 pages of it is an extensive and exhaustive take on variations and derivatives of architectural custom manufactured door pulls that will be available in every architectural base material: aluminum, stainless, brass, bronze. You can do leather wrapped, wood accented, wood based, rubber wrapped material as well, every conceivable finish, etc. And Rockwood does a great job with that stuff. So this is an RM851. This is a doorstop. This is black powder coated. Black powder coat is the new oil rub bronze, as a customer just told me not too long ago. Very, very popular piece of equipment in terms of the finish. And it's a doorstop is what it is. And that's it. It is assembled the way that I just demonstrated. The purpose of that is down through that hole is where you're going to get access to your screw, your anchoring method. You'll get a wood screw along with a plastic anchor, and then a machine screw with a lead anchor. I would very much recommend the lead anchor if you have a floor that's compatible with that installation. Lead anchors are incredibly durable, incredibly resistant to the just general sort of use that a doorstop is going to get over its life. You'll drill that hole for that lead anchor and set that down into the floor, and then run the machine screw into it. And the conical lower shape is forced up into the upper shell, giving you an anchoring method by which you all but need a stick of dynamite to remove it. So this rubber bumper is available in black or gray. It's coming. It will include a gray bumper, unless otherwise specified. You can indicate if you want a black bumper, indicate that in the comment field, and we'll request that it be sent that way to you. Let's take some dimensional properties of the item. They say that it's 2.5 inch tall, indeed, and that it's 1.25 inch diameter, indeed. So holding it upside, well, let's just hold it. You can see that you would be able to really work with a lot of undercuts. Holding it upside down, you know, you could have an excessive undercut and still make this successful. If you had an 1.5 inch undercut, this would still work. You're not going to have an undercut like that. It doesn't sound like very much, but an 1.5 inch undercut or a 1 inch undercut is exceptionally excessive. A typical undercut will be 3/8, you know, depending on the application, 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 if it's a hollow metal door and frame. But where you will see these installed, where you have a standard undercut, is when you have a pair of doors or a door, they open out. And the application that is always very typical is a pair of doors where service is brought through these pairs of doors. There's an awning or a canopy overhead. Both doors get opened up. Traffic moves in and out. Well, those doors have a standard undercut. The floor, you want to pitch away from your threshold to the drain that's, 12 feet out. Well, when you open those doors to 90 degrees, what was 1/2 inch here is now 1.5 inch over here. So that's where you'll see a concept of having a longer or a taller door stop application. Or you might just have an application where your door is literally a bit raised above a surface. An application that you would see there would be a patio door that opens out, a residential door, a patio door opens out. Well, that patio is certainly not flush with the sill of the door. It's going to be slightly lower. So applications like that. I don't think you're going to have an 1.5 inch undercut, but I think you'll have applications where you'll simply need a taller unit, because by the time the door contact with the stop, you need to have something taller. This will be available in every possible finish, ultimately from Rockwood. This is made of brass. Those telltale signs, they've literally powder coated a piece of brass base material. I do not know if it's available, I do not recall if it's available in stainless. Let's take a look. The RM851 is indeed listed in stainless. So I'm a bit the way that it's been said to me is you powder coat the least expensive base material. Stainless would certainly be less expensive than brass. I would say, as a rule of thumb, expect it to be stainless steel, because that's always pretty much what I see. I don't often see brass being powder coated, but that has been done in this case. If the base material is incredibly crucial to you, we'll need to get that clear. If you insist on, if your application demands a stainless base material black powder coat, we'll certainly need to relay that information to the manufacturer at that time, so that you don't get one that's made of brass. I would have expected that to be stainless. There is a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure. And before we get to that, the replacement bumpers are listed down below. Sooner or later, with enough use, this Duraflex bumper, they call it, it will fatigue. It will need to be replaced. Very simple to unthread that cap and to replace it. Or you might be replacing it because someone knew you could remove it by unthreading the cap. The product brochure will show you the RM851 and its more common, shorter brethren, the RM850. The radius tops, 855 and 856, those are relatively uncommon. On that page, we do sell the RM857 and the RM867 time to time, and the concave and convex wall stops, not so often, but nonetheless they are very attractive pieces of equipment. Finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Rockwood products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog, where you can review. There's two catalogs. Well, there's many catalogs, but the two that you need to be aware of is what will be called the accessory catalog, which is the core Rockwood line. They're trim and auxiliary hardware, push and pull hardware, flat goods, door stops, overhead stops, pivot hardware, everything that Rockwood is traditionally known for. Then there's the architectural, or the RM series catalog, where you will find this RM851 and all of those door pulls I mentioned earlier. Any questions on the Rockwood RM851 in a black powder coat finish or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.